Of English. My name is Oksana, and we are going to talk about climate change in our planet. I think that today is going to be an interesting class. Join our discussion, and now let's make a pause and wait for the students to come. Hello, Ulvi. How are you?
Hi, thank you. I'm fine, and you?
Fine, thank you. How was your day?
Today's great day. I'm relaxing all the day.
Super. Where are you from?
I'm from Azerbaijan, Baku.
That's great. Is this the first time you're at this site?
What?
Is this the first time you are at this site?
I just one time tried, but because I don't have a microphone, so now I'm buying it. So it's
You
the
have
second
bought
time.
it. You have bought it today. Am I right?
What?
You have bought a mic. Am I right?
Yes, I bought it.
Super. So now we can communicate. That's really great. How long have you been studying English?
I'm trying the 1 year. I start with beginner level. I'm also going to the courses English. So 2 weeks ago I start IELTS, and I want to get a certificate to study abroad. I think it can help me to improve my speaking and don't forget the language.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you completely. It's a good idea to communicate with group mates, with teachers, tutors, and something like that. Have some speakers from other countries and listen to their pronunciation. That's really great. Hello, Ksenia. How are you? How was your
Hello,
day?
I'm good.
What have you been doing today? Were you busy?
Today I have lessons uh, and study it in university.
So you study in the university, am I right?
All right.
Who are you going to be? What's your future profession?
Now I'm studying. I study Czech language in Prague. I have Czech language all day.
So you study languages, am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you for your answers. And I see that we've got one more student, Alexander. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How was your day? Did you have a good time?
Yes, as usual, I had a good time.
Super. Did you go to work? Did you stay at home?
I went to work, and then I'm here to study English.
That's great. Thank you. Michael, hello. How are you?
Hello, Oksana. I'm fine.
Fine. Good. Great. Today we are going to talk about climate change. Do you think that it is an interesting topic to discuss, Alexander?
Climate change?
Change.
What is it?
The first question, yes. In our planet, climate is changing. It was different a few years ago, and now it is getting a little bit warmer.
It's good.
Do you think that it is good?
I I don't know how it will be in general,
Mhm.
mm, but I prefer warm than cold.
Yes, okay, so you think that it is good. Well, Ulvi, do you agree with Alexander that it is good that our climate is changing and the weather is becoming different?
I don't think that because it will be we will have a lot of problems that the all uh, in Arctica the all lo-
Ice
yes ices are
melt
melt and it will have we will have a lot of problems.
because of that.
Yes.
Ksenia, what do you think about it? Are we about to have some problems because of the climate change?
Excuse me, I don't understand.
Mhm. Yes, okay. I see that it is difficult for you to catch the main idea, but today we are going to learn some vocabulary for you to get this topic easier. And now I'd like you to share a handout. Here are the questions to this topic.
Mm, I haven't
Yes, and yes, we are going to discuss them today. It's going to be a kind of a discussion for us to discuss. Tell me if you can open the file, press the link and open it.
Yeah. Yes.
Good, great.
And
So, question number 1. Alexander, you're welcome.
Are there litter laws where you live? If so, what is the penalty for littering?
Is it
Uh,
possible to throw litter everywhere, or are there some limits?
Sorry, what does litter laws mean?
Litter, this is rubbish. Litter is rubbish, the same as rubbish. Do you know the translation?
Рабиш, ограбление, нет?
No.
Мусор?
Yes, you're right. And litter
Мусор.
is the synonym to it.
Laws,
Laws.
это законы?
Законы. Where
Мусор,
you live.
законы.
Are there little litter laws where you live? If so, what is the penalty, штраф, for littering?
Where I live, I think we have penalty on the paper, but not in action, I would say.
Thank you. Ulvi, do you agree with Alexander that the laws are only in paper?
I agree. We have on the paper, but in reality, it's nobody
Obeys.
obeys it. But the some is in some places, of course, it's they take a penalty just for near the boulevard, and it's not enough, I think.
Yes, I agree with you. What about your country? Is it allowed to throw litter everywhere, or are there some limitations?
Please try again. I don't understand.
Okay. In your country,
Yeah.
are there any laws regulating the rubbish and litter, or can you throw it everywhere you want?
I think it must to do everyone. It must
It
to
must do.
everybody.
Mhm.
We have a lot of the мусорка,
Rubbish?
also rubbish. Yes. We have a lot of rubbish, but not everybody take throw the rubbish into the rubbish. So
Bans.
it's a big
Bans.
problem.
Yes, I agree with you completely. Good. Another question. Ulvi, you're welcome to read it.
Do you think cars should be banned from city center? We have a lot of cars in the center of our country, and every the peak times we have a lot of traffic jams. So I think if they increase the quality of the cars, it will be okay.
Yes. Alexander, do you agree with Ulvi about this?
Yes, I agree.
Completely.
Yes.
Okay, good. And now we are going to listen a short passage about air pollution and climate change. I'd like you to take a pen and a list of paper and take some notes. After that, you'll be able to retell it to a friend. Good? So get ready with your pens and lists of paper. Are you ready,
Yes.
Yes.
Alexander? Let's start.
Yes.
Climate change. Climate change is one of the most worrying things for our planet. Many politicians and scientists say it is the biggest danger we face. I read almost every day that climate change is changing the Earth forever. Many species of animal, fish, insect, frog, etc. are dying. The ice caps in the Arctic and Antarctica are melting. Our weather is changing, so places are getting warmer or colder, or are having more and stronger hurricanes. We all need to do our bit so that climate change does not destroy us. It's important to cut down on things that produce greenhouse gases. These warm the planet and change the climate. Doing simple things like turning off lights and recycling paper all help.
Thank you for listening. Did you get the main idea about it? Do you understand?
I didn't.
You didn't, Alexander? What about you, Ulvi?
I understand, but I can't make a lot of notes.
Yes. Would you like to listen to it once more?
If possible, please.
Okay.
Listenaminute.com. Climate change. Climate change is one of the most worrying things for our planet. Many politicians and scientists say it is the biggest danger we face. I read almost every day that climate change is changing the Earth forever. Many species of animal, fish, insect, frog, etc. are dying. The ice caps in the Arctic and Antarctica are melting. Our weather is changing, so places are getting warmer or colder, or are having more and stronger hurricanes. We all need to do our bit so that climate change does not destroy us. It's important to cut down on things that produce greenhouse gases. These warm the planet and change the climate. Doing simple things like turning off lights and recycling paper all help.
Thank you. So in the end of listening, we have got a piece of advice. For example, recycling of paper and turning off the light can help to improve our planet's climate. Do you think that it is a good idea, Ulvi?
What? Please try again.
So in the end of the listening,
Yeah.
we can hear that it is important to recycle the paper, and it is important to turn off the light. It can help our climate and our Earth in general. Do you agree?
Reclaim the paper. What does
Recycling the paper.
recycling?
For example, when we read the paper, we can recycle it and make another product of it.
Yes, I think it's good. It can, but I don't think it helped our climate don't change.
And what about electricity?
It's also what.
Not so very important.
Yes, I think not important.
Nothing important.
If the climate will be changed, it will be happen. We can't do anything.
Yes, okay. And what do you think? What causes the climate change? Alexander, what causes? What are the causes of climate change? What are the reasons of climate change? Alexander, can you help us? What do you think about it?
I think it's process of Earth. It's activity of Earth. Maybe it's
of Earth.
cycle. Our planet sometimes gets colder, sometimes warmer.
I see. So you think that only the Earth regulates the climate and nothing else? What about people and their activity? Do we cause some effect on it or not?
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit.
But we can do worse, I think.
We can make it worse.
If we try.
If we try. Yes, I agree with you completely. What have you heard in the listening, Alexander? What notes did you take?
Notes?
Notes.
Notes. I didn't do notes. I tried to listen.
To listen, okay. What about you? Did you write anything about it?
Yes, I wrote just a little bit.
Yes, you're welcome. Tell us a few things.
Yeah. The climate change is a worrying thing for our planet. The politicians think that the climate change in our Earth forever. So it's bad for fish which dies. Yes. Also in Arctic the ice is melting. Then the climate change doesn't destroy us. I don't know why they that thing. And happens a lot of hurricanes. And just one thing, in the warm planet. That's all what I wrote.
Okay. Alexander, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, do you agree with Ulvi?
Yes.
Yes, you do. And now I'd like you to watch a short video about the climate change. Press the YouTube button. Are you ready?
What we must do?
Press YouTube button. We've got it on the left side column. Там у вас есть такая кнопочка YouTube.
Yeah, I find.
You have to press it. And to watch it. To be able to watch it, okay?
Yes.
Just a minute. Okay, I think that this video is no longer available on YouTube. So we are not going to watch it today, maybe another time. So let's listen to another piece of listening, okay? And take some notes.
Climate change threatens fish populations. A new report from the World Wildlife Fund, WWF, shows how fish populations are in serious danger from global warming. The report, Are We Putting Our Fish in Hot Water?, describes how climate change is increasing the water temperature in rivers, lakes and seas. This means there is less food and oxygen available for fish. It also means the fish may not grow fully and may have fewer offspring. Some fish cannot reproduce if winter temperatures are not cold enough. Warmer water means fish could mass migrate to cooler areas. Some species will become extinct if temperatures rise even by 1 or 2 degrees. WWF Director Andrew Lee said climate change increases the pressure on fish populations that are already being cut by overfishing. He said, we must act urgently to reduce both carbon dioxide emissions and fishing to protect fish populations. He added, fish are one of the world's most valuable biological, nutritional and economic assets. 40% of people in the world rely on fish for their main source of protein. Dr. Richard Dixon of WWF Scotland said, if we fail to secure deeper reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, we will increase the pressures on fish and the billions of people that depend on them.
Thank you for listening. And what ideas did you get about it? Did you get anything, Ulvi? What did you put down?
Just a little bit. The climate change is a serious danger for us, for our planet, for fish. If I not
Yes.
for water animals. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what happens when the water gets warmer?
The fish not grow fully.
And the fish is going to migrate to some colder areas, and it can cause the extinction, вымирание, extinction of some species of fish.
Yes.
Judging from the text. Okay, what else did you find out from the listening?
Fish most available and economical for us. And
it's a valuable product for millions of people. So because most of them are using it as a food product. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What else?
That's all.
Okay, thank you. Good of you, Alexander. What about you? What have you found out?
I didn't get this text. I just listened fish, fish, and fish, fish, water.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get sense of text.
So the author says that when fish gets extinct, or when fish dies, lots of people will have nothing to eat and will have no products to use and something like that, because the water is changing its temperature and the fish migrates from warmer to colder areas. That's why it gets extinct. So, do you know the translation of this word, extinct?
Extinct?
To get extinct, to be extinct.
No.
Вымирать. Вымирать.
Sorry?
Вымирать. Mm-hmm. Extinct species, вымирающие виды. Extinct species. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit difficult for you to communicate about this topic, but still it is important in our life. In TOEFL tests, there are lots of topics devoted to this problem, to the problem of pollution. So, well, what do you think about this problem? What do you do to help the Earth solve this problem?
Question for who?
For you, Ulvi.
Ulvi.
Mm-hmm.
What to do? What? Please repeat the question again.
Yes. What to do against the problem of pollution. How can we stop pollution?
Yeah. Today's works a lot of the factories, which is pollute the air. So we can stop the work of the factories or try to find the alternative way. Then,
Okay, yes.
then if people don't try to pollute the seas,
Pollute the seas.
pollute the seas, yes, because it's also bad for fish.
Mhm.
So it's the one way how we can help the earth don't pollute.
Yes, you're right. Okay, now share one more handout. Tell me if you can open it.
Oh, I can't.
Okay,
Yes, I'm
once
also.
more. Once more. I hope this time you will be able to open it.
Yes, I opened.
Okay, what about you, Ulvi?
Yes, I'm also.
Here we've got the text and the vocabulary. Let's read the words. Ulvi, you're welcome to read the first word
Read the
combination.
text or
First word combination, greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas. The second, carbon footprint. Have you found?
carbon. Yes, just words.
Just words to read.
Oh, which page?
Page number 1.
Number 1?
Mhm.
Oh. Pre-written warm-up questions?
Pre-reading and pre-reading vocabulary task. We have discussed already some of these questions, and now let's discuss the vocabulary.
We
Okay?
must match them. Yes, now.
Yes. Only to read the left side column
All right.
first.
The greenhouse
Greenhouse.
gas,
Yes.
carbon footprint, British, tackle, cover up, cast out, skeptic, time sensitive, undeniable,
Undeniable.
undeniable, and off the hook.
Of the hook. Yes. Now let's try to match them. Match the definition with its word. You're welcome. So the first, Alexander, you're welcome. Greenhouse gas.
Greenhouse gas.
Mhm.
Not a type of gas that contributed to the trapping of heat in the earth. Maybe P. I don't know.
A type of gas that contributes to the trapping of heat in the Earth's atmosphere. It is CO2, carbon dioxide. Yes? The next one, Ulvi, you're welcome. The second,
Footprint. What's it? Carbon footprint.
carbon footprint. What do you think it could mean? The amount of greenhouse gases contributed by a single person or a group. This is I. The amount of greenhouse gases contributed by a single person or a group. Do you understand it? Carbon footprint. So we are using different products. All of them have got CO2 gas, and the quantity of it is a carbon footprint. Yes, this is amount of greenhouse gases contributed by a single person, you for example, or a group of people. Yes. Okay, next, Alexander, freakish.
Freakish. Freakish. I don't know what is it.
Freakish, not usual, very old. Extraordinary. В русском языке тоже есть такое слово. Freak. And this is an adjective. Freakish. Какой? Freakish. Not usual, very old.
What does it mean odd?
Odd. Странный.
Странный.
Very odd. Okay. The next is, Ulvi, you're welcome. Tackle.
Yes, just one moment. tackle.
Yes. It is to attack a problem in order to try to solve it. Tackle.
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 All right.
Стараться справиться с проблемой. The next, Alexander, cover up.
Cover up. Cover up.
Скрывать, прикрывать что-то, скрывать что-то. To prevent others from seeing the truth. To cover up.
Yes.
Yes. The next, Ulvi, cast doubt.
Doubt. Need to be taken care of before deadline.
No. To convince other people to question something they thought was true. H. Cast doubt. Do you know the translation of the word doubt? To doubt.
Beda or
To doubt.
doubt?
Сомнения. Иметь какие-то
yeah.
сомнения насчет чего-то. Good. The next. Alexander. 7.
Skeptic.
We've got a Russian word too.
A person who doesn't believe something is true.
A person who doesn't believe that something is true. Yes. Do you know the translation of it?
The same.
Yes, yeah, right. Ulvi, you're welcome. The next.
I'm sensitive. Needs to be taken care of before a deadline.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Time sensitive. Next. Alexander.
Undeniable.
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 Deny – отрицать.
Отрицать.
Undeniable adjective.
Negative of. Неотрицаемое, да, что ли?
Cannot be denied. Must be true.
Yes.
Undeniable. Will be the next one.
Off the hook. Just which one?
Off the hook. To not be responsible for.
To not be responsible.
Hook – это крючок.
Yeah.
Off the hook.
Off
Not
the
to
hook,
be
not use the
responsible
hook.
for.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And now the text. Olivia, you're welcome to start reading.
Yes. The majority of scientists around the world agree that humans are largely to blame for the warming of our planet. Over the past 50 years, temperatures of Earth have increased at a higher rate than ever recorded. In order to prevent excess greenhouse gases from trapping heat in our atmosphere, we will need to change our lifestyles. By reducing our carbon footprint and switching to clean form of energy, we may be able to save our planet.
Yes. What clean forms of energy do you know?
Forms of clean
energy.
Sunlight energy. Water energy.
Yes, you're right.
Nuclear energy, yes?
Yes. But nuclear energy is not considered to be a clear one. It is a little bit different. So sun, wind, water can be considered to be clean forms of energy.
Muscle energy.
Yes, to some extent, you're right. Yes, thank you. Good of you, Alexander. You're welcome.
Despite freakish weather like heat waves, droughts and hurricanes, tackling climate change wasn't a top priority for America's 2012 presidential candidates. In fact, some Americans, including a handful of scientists, have been accused of taking part in a climate cover-up. Those who benefit financially from oil, gas, and coal industries deny the need for clean energy alternatives
Mhm.
by casting doubt on science. A few skeptics have caused a large number of people to question whether man-made climate change even exists. Ignoring a time-sensitive topic like the environment creates a vicious cycle. If the public doesn't treat the environment as a major concern, world leaders won't either. How long can we ignore Mother Nature's warning signs?
What can be considered to be a warning signs of nature?
Warning signs.
Mhm.
I can't understand. Warning.
Warn – предупреждать. Warning signs – sign as a знак. Warning signs of nature.
Предупреждающий знак
Природы.
природы.
So heat waves, droughts, hurricanes are considered to be the signs, the warning signs of Mother Nature. Do you agree?
No,
No, why?
I think it's not our
In our hands. Yeah.
It doesn't depend on us.
Yes. It doesn't depend on us.
It doesn't depend. Okay, thank you. Ulvi, you're welcome. Next paragraph.
Yes. Environmentalists always say that the first place humans would see undeniable evidence of global warming will be in the Arctic. In 2012, the summer sea ice in the Arctic was at this record low. Ice experts have warned that sea ice in the Arctic will likely be non-existent within a few years. Instead of being concerned by the dangerous signs of global warming, some business thinkers are already considering potential opportunities. After all, open waters will lead to new shipping channels. We will need stronger sunscreen products too.
Yes, thank you. Good to you. Alexander, you're welcome.
Global warming affects the whole
Planet.
Yet the world's leaders can't agree on what to do about it. Many leaders from have-not countries think they should be off the hook. They don't believe their people contributed to the problem, and they want wealthy nations to fix it. Developed nations aren't as wealthy as they look. They are in debt, at war, and addicted to consumption.
Mhm.
Passing the problem down to future generations just seems easier, doesn't it?
Okay, thank you for reading. And the question, according to the reading, what lifestyle change do humans need to make? Ulvi, you're welcome.
They didn't must to catch the fish. We must off the hook.
Without to, we must be off the hook.
Yes.
Okay.
Off the hook. Then I don't know.
Yes, and to make our greenhouse gas a little bit less as we are using it. Try to make it shorter, to shorten our usage of it. Do you agree?
Yes, fully.
Okay, completely. Thank you. Alexandra, question number 2. What example of freakish weather are mentioned? Can you think of any others?
What examples of
Freakish.
weather?
Odd weather, unusual weather, different weather that we used to have are mentioned. Can you think of any others?
Weather mentioned.
Heat waves, droughts, hurricanes.
What does mean heat?
Heat,
waves?
жара, droughts, засуха, hurricanes, ураганы.
I don't считаю.
I don't consider
it unusual.
Unusual weather.
It's not often, but it's unusual if, for example, tornado will be in my city.
But this could happen. Who knows?
Who knows? But if it happens in the
If it
USA,
happens in the USA,
it's not unusual.
it's quite normal, you think?
Yes.
Ulvi, what about you? Do you agree with Alexander?
I don't know, but if there happens that kind of things, it doesn't mean it doesn't can happen in our country. It's also possible in our country, I think.
It is also. If climate changes,
Yes,
it
everything
could be
can
possible
happen.
in our country as well. Okay. Kirivya, thank you. And now the next exercise. So here we've got vocabulary and grammar review. Fill in the blanks with the words from the pre-reading vocabulary task. You have to choose the words from the vocabulary. First exercise that we have been doing today. Ulvi, you're welcome. Number 1.
Please, just one moment. Where is it?
Vocabulary and grammar review. After the reading, after the questions.
Vocabulary and grammar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The company reduced its... we must try to find words.
We have to use the words from the first exercise, pre-reading vocabulary task. Greenhouse gas, carbon footprint, freakish, tackle, cover up, cast out, skeptic, and so on. Okay.
Yeah, I understood.
So let's read the first sentence.
Just one moment. The company reduced its by replacing business trips with online meeting.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, what can we use? Maybe it could be carbon footprint by replacing business trips with online meetings.
Persons or words. Possible, yes.
Okay. The second, Alexander, new research. Alexander left us. Well, Ulvi, you're welcome to read.
New research on the theory of mass extinction. New research.
Casts doubt on the theory of mass extinction.
Yes, cast
Okay.
doubt.
Number 3.
Please send me a list of all. Just one. Concerned by the end of. Please send me the list of.
Maybe time-sensitive concerns by the end of the day. Time-sensitive.
All right.
Актуальных, time-sensitive.
Yes, I understood.
Okay. Number 4.
It's
It's
that Hurricane Sandy came late in the season. It's just one moment. Undeniable.
yes, you're right.
It's undeniable that.
Number 5.
5. Due to the freakish
Due to the freakish snowstorm.
snowstorm, the school bus driver was for the wild trip. Was
Off the hook for the
yeah. Oh, the hook for the wild trip. Yes.
field trip. Okay. Let's read it. Beware of the irregular verb to cast. You're welcome.
Which words?
Beware of the irregular verb. The verb to cast is irregular. The past tense of cast out is cast out, not casted out. So we have to remember about it. Have you found it?
Yes, I found.
Okay. Exercise B. Let's read the instruction. You're welcome, Ulvi.
Use despite to rewrite the sentence below. Work with a partner to form the sentence orally. Then write the sentence in your notebook. Experiments with where you place the word despite. Can you think of the other ways to describe this
Unexpected results. Do you know the word despite?
Yes, I
In
know.
spite of, despite the fact. Let's read the example first.
Even though there was damage from Hurricane Sandy, most New York voted in the election. Despite the danger from Hurricane Sandy, most New Yorkers voted in the election. Or most New Yorkers voted in the election despite the damage from Hurricane Sandy.
Sentence number 2. You're welcome. Let's read it first.
He is not here.
Sorry?
Alexander is not here.
Yes, I understand. Let's read it first. Ulvi, you're welcome.
Yes. There is scientific evidence of man-made climate change, but there are still skeptical people. Just one moment.
Yes.
Despite there are skills.
Despite
the
scientific evidence of man-made climate change. Yes.
Despite the scientific evidence of man-made climate change, there are still skeptical people. That? Or?
Yes, you're right. The next one.
Regardless of the time-sensitive nature of the president's flight, it was delayed until Monday. Despite, regardless of the time.
No, either regardless or despite. We have to choose one. Despite.
Oh. The meaning of regardless.
This is the same as despite.
Same. Oh, all right. Despite of the time-sensitive nature of the president's flight, it was delayed until Monday.
Yes, you're right. Number 4.
Even so, people understand the dangers of global warming. They still buy guzzlers.
Yes.
Guzzlers. What's it, guzzlers?
Guzzlers. So, for example, in some products, we use CO2 gas.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's a guzzler. Next sentence.
Despite people, or in spite of people understand the danger of global warming, they still buy guzzlers.
Yes, you're right.
Polar bears aren't listed as endangered, even though the ice is melting in the Arctic. Despite polar bears aren't Polar bears
No,
aren't
no. Polar bears aren't listed as endangered, despite the ice is melting in the Arctic
Yes. All right.
in this case. Okay, good. And discussion questions. Question number 1. Should government leaders be more worried about the economy of the environment or not? What's your point of view about it?
Yes, they must. They must worried about it.
Must be worried about it.
Must be worried about it because the our environment is not always stay that how it is. It can be changed.
Yes, it's changeable.
Changeable, yes. So they must think about it and make some
actions, take some
laws.
actions.
Yes, wrote some laws that can substitute.
Ban.
Yes, ban people don't pollute our environment.
Okay, thank you. What can individuals do to reduce their own carbon footprint?
Reduce what is it?
Carbon footprint. So it is the usage of CO2 gas. For example, driving a car is our carbon footprint. Using gaslers and something like that, and not saving energy, not recycling our newspapers and magazines and something like that. All of that contributes to our own carbon footprint. So what can we do to reduce our own carbon footprint? Or how can we save the Earth from the pollution individually?
Carbon footprint is good than
Yes.
than oil. We can use on the cars its carbon footprint, so it can pollute our air.
No. Carbon footprint is the quantity of CO2 gas that we are throwing into the environment. Yes? Carbon is CO2 and footprint отпечаток. Yes, it is the quantity of carbon dioxide that we throw away into the atmosphere. This is the carbon footprint. Do you understand it?
Not enough.
Not enough.
We breathe, and when we with the height.
Yes, we use different products.
Yeah.
Yes, gaslers, and we are driving a car, and the car pollutes the air with its gases. All that contributes to carbon footprint. Yes.
Yeah.
So it is important that we reduce the carbon footprint of our own to the minimum. Okay.
Yes, we must increase. Decrease. Yes.
Our carbon footprint.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3. Do you think humans have the ability to reverse the environmental damage and we have already done to our planet? It means that we have already caused lots of damage to our planet. Can we make this process to be reversed?
Please, I'm sorry, just one moment.
Yes.
Reverse, what does it mean?
Повернуть назад. Reverse.
Назад. the environment damage we have already done to our planet.
So we have already caused lots of damage. We have spoiled our atmosphere, our seas, and all this stuff that exists. Many animals are dying. How can we stop it? And can we reverse this process? What do you think?
I don't
Мы
think,
можем этот процесс повернуть вспять?
but I think it's not possible.
It is not possible. Okay, in this optimistic note, I'd like to finish our today's class. I see that it is a difficult topic to discuss, but I understand that it is important because we need such knowledge in our life. I invite you to my future classes and wish you all the best for today's evening. Okay? Bye for now. Bye.